Hey everybody, it's MorrisWyatt. I have my buddy here, business partner and friend, Marcus Smith.
What's going on, y'all?
All right, we at his open house. What is 345 Adele Street, right?
Mm-hmm.
In
Southeast
Atlanta, Georgia. All right. So we at his open house today. It's going very well. He actually has people in taking a look now. But I wanted to introduce Marcus to everybody and let him share his story, man. I've been friends with Marcus now for several years, and I've seen him and his journey, and I like the grind. I love the hustle, man. He's a family man. He handles his business. So I wanted him to just kind of share his story with you all and help some of the maybe investors looking to get started in the business. But so let's just go ahead and get started. So Marcus, tell everybody a little bit, about yourself, how you got started in the business.
Yeah. Okay. So shoot, man. Well, I've been wanting to do this since I was about 19. Me and my good friend, we talked about it a lot, but we never actually did it. So, we just always been around it. So being around it kind of pushed me into it. I mean, one way, I started out in the school system, so I knew I had to kind of stack up and learn more. And actually, my wife pushed me to get my realtor's license.
Okay.
So while I was in, teaching school, I got my realtor's license, and basically kind of took off from there. I reached out because, I really wanted to know what other investors were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I reached out to, someone from my hometown, and I asked them about, mentoring me. I was willing to pay, and I heard crickets. They didn't
Wow,
tell me anything.
man. Yeah.
So I knew I had to keep trying. I didn't let that discourage me. So, I found a way. I got around the right people, and shoot, I just took a leap of faith, and here we are now. So, I've done a condo previously, like last year. A lot of people saw, turned out really well. So I'm on this house, and I got a new construction going too. But today we're at a deal, and everything's going very, very well, I believe.
Well, that's what's up, man. So it's amazing, man, coming from pretty much a stable job, being a school teacher, to really, a grinder, an investor, I don't get paid unless I make this deal happen type of thing, man. So I know that's big. So I guess since you started your investing journey, doing very well in it, like what makes a deal for you? Like, what does that look like? Is it a certain amount of money you want to make? Is it a certain level of renovation you want to do? Like, I guess from your, because I know investing, man, everybody has their own strategies and reasons as to what makes a deal, what not. But in your case, what makes a deal for you?
Yeah. So we always look at the numbers. Like, the numbers have to make sense. If the numbers, you can find a deal at $250,000. You can find a deal at $50,000. You can find a deal at $150,000. But the biggest thing is you have to make sure that the numbers make sense. So, you look at the ARV. Everybody always say the 65% rule. But right now, in the way that the market is, the 65% rule is there, but it's kind of out of the window. So you got to see how the market is trending in the areas that you want to be in. And, once you put the numbers together, you see, okay, well, worst case scenario, this is my walk away.
Okay.
You have to anticipate certain things going wrong in a house. Like in this house, we had to pull the whole ceiling down.
Wow.
I thought I could partially demo the house, the walls, but then I had to pull out all the walls. So little things that you don't know that may pop up, and if it pops up, you have to be prepared for it, and your bottom line number has to still be intact. So you constantly always run numbers, and if it makes sense, you get a good feel about it, go ahead and do it. The market is hot right now, so it can push you up a little bit further, but make sure you constantly are doing the numbers.
Yeah, that's very important, man. And as I kind of follow you, and I see that you have like a spreadsheet that you calculate all of your numbers on, and that's important, man, because a lot of new investors probably just try to hold it on on their phone and notepad or something like that. But you actually have a spreadsheet that keeps track of your numbers and tell you when going close to red and things like that. So that helps you stay, I guess, focused and help manage the deal. So as far as managing the project, What were some of like the ups and downs of managing a project like this, man? Like, cause I know it ain't all peachy, you know what I'm saying? And then I know on the back end, everything is not all bad as well. So kind of what was some couple goods and bads in the project?
Yeah, so I mean, you have your contractor. You expect your contractors to get you to the finish line. You know, any event that they can't, you got to have additional contractors to come back to kind of finish the job. So you got to have multiple contractors on your team. The contractor that I had on this particular job, they got me to a certain point, which I really appreciate. And then, you know, the finish line, it's up to me to cross that finish line. So really, you got to be prepared for those mishaps that might happen as far as having to pull out the ceiling and having to, you know, fully renovate and do multiple additional things to it and managing the people. So the biggest thing I tell for any investor, especially a new investor, do not give your contractor the money up front.
Right.
Do not give them all their money up front. You kind of manage the money. You know, you give them what it costs to start the project, and it may be half the money up front, but don't give them all the money until your satisfaction.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Is there a crawl space in here?
Yes, it is, right over there on the side. You want to look at it?
Oh, just really quick, if that's okay.
I think I got the key in my pocket.
Yep. So, as you can see, we are actually here at the open house at 345 Adele Street in Southeast Atlanta, and just wanted to interview Marcus and get some of the good and bad, or I won't even say good and bad, maybe more so ups and downs of real estate investing, because I know some of my audience, you know, somebody out there wants to possibly, you know, invest in a home, flip a home, Airbnb a home, and that's one of the things that he's able to.
Sorry, I'm so
now
sorry.
you good, you good. This is live. This is live, so I'm good. Yeah, this is an opportunity to actually hear from someone that's actually doing it. So we're gonna let these people in. How you all doing? Come on in.
How are you?
I'm well.
What's that shirt say on your front?
Sankofa.
Okay, so
All right, nice to meet you.
You as well. Hey, everybody.
Outcast.
Yeah.
How you doing? You doing all right?
I'm doing well.
All right, as y'all can see, we are working today. But yeah, so we were just finishing up that topic on managing the project, some of the ups and downs. So we definitely know prepare for the unexpected. You know what I mean? Like prepare for the unexpected. So in terms of preparing, meaning budget-wise too. So when you calculating your budget, I'm sure.
Budget. So like if you got a $60,000 renovation budget, you know, you might as well bump that up by 10,000 and say, okay, you know, it may be 10 or 15 that I go over. So just be prepared for it on that end. But managing those, you know, the materials and, you know, the labor. If you had to get multiple quotes for a job, get multiple quotes. But the biggest thing is to make sure that you're managing everything. And as you're managing it, you'll see, okay, I may have to pull back here, but it can't be an area where you're trying to get the most amount of money for the return on your investment. Like you just can't say I'm gonna pull back and not do this and expect to get top dollar. So you have to make sure you're putting your money in the right places.
Okay, good to know. And then as far as I know some of the things you should watch out for are, say, like delays in the project, you know, because you might calculate things based on, let's just say, a 60 or 90 day, and it may stretch to 120 day. Yeah. So you want to have things like that lined up, you know, as well, I'm sure.
Yep, definitely count your carrying costs as a part of the process, because sometimes if you say it's $60,000 in rehab, but you didn't calculate the carrying costs. The carrying costs are interest-only payment, you know, utility payments, you know, getting the grass, landscape multiple times. So those are all carrying costs that plays into prices or costs that you're gonna have to, you know, pay throughout the process.
Yeah. All right, man. So as we wrap it up, you know, like what advice would you give to the audience, man? Somebody out here I know is listening to us and they saying to themselves, like, I want to get into this real estate investing. So, like, what are maybe one or two things that you should say, make sure you do before you jump out here into this?
Yeah. Make sure you don't let wholesalers pressure you as you're doing non-refundable earnest money and all that good stuff. You know, analyze as much as you can. Make sure that the deal is worth it before you make a decision. You got to make an informed decision because of the way that the market is. Yes, they go fast, but at the same time, you are still in control. Like your money is, you know, money in the bank is money, you know, not spent. So don't get into something where you're rehabbing and then the numbers don't make sense and you try to get out, or you're trying to rehab and you're barely breaking even. So make sure that the numbers make sense. Make sure that you have your contractors in place. Make sure everybody is ready to go when it's that time, and don't feel pressure into a deal. It's always going to be a deal. Everybody's, you know, it's saturated in Atlanta. You know, it's a lot of investors that are coming, but it's always a deal that's going to come to you, and it will make sense, you know. So make an informed decision and don't make a pressure decision.
That's good advice, man. Good advice. Well, it was good talking to you, Marcus, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, for the audience, I'm sure they want to see your final project, man. So let's just take them on a quick tour right quick.
Take them in that more, see
All
what
right.
they got going on, man.
Here we go, y'all. So this is the front. This is the front. Great job. I actually saw the house, you know, before it was painted and the deck put on, and so to see this finished product is very, very nice. So you got the accent wall. Go into the kitchen here. Check out the backyard here. Fenced in backyard. Fenced in backyard. Now off of the side here, you have another sitting area, outside living area. Also in the backyard. One bedroom, bath, another bedroom. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So thank you all again for checking us out. Again, this is the More We Know We Grow podcast, and it was a good day for Marcus open house today. And I wanted to let everybody know kind of like, you know, the ins and outs of real estate investing. So I hope you were able to get something out of it. Look forward to more shows like this as I interview some of the investor partners that I work with. To try to get you in the game. So if you got any real estate questions, want to know more, I can get you connected. Feel free to give me a call, 404-431-3768. The more we know, we grow. Let's go, baby.